Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me for date night. I'm going to be trying out a lot of new stuff and there's a lot of chit chat, so if that sounds fun to you, be sure to stay tuned. I will link my get ready with me playlist below if you want to see some more similar content. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. Hey guys. So yeah, we're gonna just do get ready with me for date night. I also just realized as I was sitting down about to press the play button that my bed looks ridiculous. I did not think about that while choosing this as my filming spot, but I am washing all of our bedding right now, and I mean, I guess I could not film, but honestly, this is the only opportunity I'm gonna have for a few days. And so I really want to film this, and then also I want to try to film my speed reviews. So I don't know, I guess if my bed sheets bother you instead of the comforter, I understand, but there's not a lot I can do about it. So I prime my eyes with what I usually use. That's the Ulta Beauty Soft Matte Primer. That's typically what I prime my eyes with, so that is what I started with. I'm gonna use some stuff in my makeup basket, some stuff I'm trying to hit pan on, and some new items. So it's gonna be a pretty mixed bag as far as what I'm gonna be using today. The first product is going to be from Natasha Denona, the Glam Light Face Palette. And I'm just going to go into this shade here, which is Transition. And that is what I'm using to set down my lid slash build a base. I recently, if you caught my last Project Pan video, rotated this shade in with a Gold Hit pan. I feel like it's pretty close, which is why I felt comfortable rotating it in, because these shades as a whole are pretty deep and can be a bear to hit pan in. So I felt like I definitely could do that in a decent amount of time, so I rolled it in. I didn't roll in the shade Crease because I just don't think I'm even close to that pan yet, at all. So yeah, but tonight we're going out with some of my boyfriend's friends, and we're going to this Irish pub to get drinks and dinner, and it should be fun. We've been trying to hang out with them for a while, but with moving and everything else, renovating and everything, we've just been dumb busy, just dumb busy, and we haven't really had time, which has sucked. I'm trying to think. I don't have any brown shades that are close to pan. What do I want to use? Because I was thinking that I would use my Danessa foil. It's so pretty. The shade Jewelz. I've only used it one time, so it's in my basket, and I was like, I want to pull that out, but I don't want to do something super deep on the outer corner, so I want to keep it pretty light, so that the center of the show can really be the foil. So I actually think I'll just use the shade Crease here, and that's what I'm gonna pop out on that outer portion of the lid. But yeah, we've been trying to hang out with them forever, and it just hasn't worked out. So really exciting that it's finally gonna work out this evening. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. So I wanted to just show you guys what I would do typically for I don't know, going out to do stuff, getting ready. Even though I feel like I do a lot of my work makeup is pretty similar to what I would do for a night out. Honestly, looks pretty. I'm gonna use just a little bit more of the transition shade. I don't know, I really just like the tone of this transition shade. It is so stinking pretty. So to do this, what I did last time was I just used like a brush, and that is how I applied it. I'm gonna just like shake it a little bit and then squirt it onto the back of my hand. Take the brush in there and just pat, 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 pat. Man, the shade is literally so pretty. And I'm gonna just lightly, literally pat that all over the lid. And I'm gonna try to just keep my lid open like this to let the product fully dry down before I start like blinking around and whatnot. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. And I think last time I wore like this, like a soft matte Kylie liquid lip. So, oh fuck. Ooh, might have got a little too much. I barely squeezed it. That's the thing about squeezy tubes. I feel like you have way less control because you never know when you're gonna get the sneak attack of like an air bubble or an air bubble bursting or what, like the product just shooting out. So I'm always like, god damn, you know. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this one and layer it over here a little bit to try and get like a even situation. It's like kind of hard to tell because of the way that it shifts, like how even you're getting things, but I'm pretty much just like taking it all the way out because it's so pretty. There we go. Yeah, I did end up wasting a bit, but like I said, it's kind of hard because of the way that it just like aggressively flies out of the tube. Let's see, what do I want for liner? I think I want to get my Biba palette out. And I don't have a smudgy brush. 1 second. All right, I'll just go with this little small brush here. And I'm going to get out my Biba palette and I'm going to use the shade Spot to just create a wing. I really love like the pretty smudged out effect I can get from using this as a liner. And I'm doing it before any of my base stuff so that like I can wipe the fallout away for one, but two, I don't have to be as careful on the wing shape because I can just clean it up with the makeup wipe. So I don't know, it just gives you like more room to work, I feel like, when you do it that way. But it's kind of why I always do my eyes first, so that like I don't really give a shit if there's fallout and stuff because I'm just gonna wipe it away anyways. Like it's kind of inconvenient when there's a ton of it, but like at the end of the day I'm like, oh, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna wipe this off. So that's like one of the many reasons I like to do my eyes first, but that's the biggest reason. I really just like don't want to mess up my whole base because of eyeshadow fallout. So, and I feel like you can't ever really predict the fallout either, because like sometimes even stuff that you've used for a long time will suddenly like go bad or not work as well and be more dusty than it used to be, and then you're like, fuck, you know. So I don't know, that's personally like why I do it, but I just think it's less risque. Oh, shoot, forgot all that stuff was in there. But yeah, so now like I'm just gonna take this makeup wipe. I might need to get a different one since it has, yeah, it has all that foil in it. It's just making my life harder. All right, yeah, so here we go. Gonna just clean it up See? Looks so nice. I don't know, it just looks like a more like smudgy, smoky wing without like as much effort as it would take to do that if you were doing it like on top of your base. Or at least that's what I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. Also, just realized I forgot to wet my sponge, so I'm gonna go do that too. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the REM Beauty Blurring Primer. This is actually really nice. I got this in an Ipsy. I ended up taking a longer break than anticipated because my box light has been really finicky lately. And so I switched it with the other one and I've had no issues. It's been working fine. And then of course, as soon as I sit down to film, this one that I switched it out with is just turning off. That's what my older one was doing. And I'm just like, what the flip? So I don't know, maybe I won't be able to get 2 videos filmed today. I guess we'll see. The next primer I want to go in with is, I thought I already had a brush out for this, but I guess I don't. I guess this video is just going to be kind of chaotic. I don't know. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I have the light shade, and I really love this. My friend Veronica used it on Instagram, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. And she's like, I love it. I use it every day. And same now. It is so nice. It has like a very, very subtle tint. It goes into the skin really nicely. It blends out great with the brush. I love that I can rub it in with a brush and I don't have to use my hands. Looks beautiful that way. Lays really, really great under makeup as well. I think this will actually be in my next speed reviews, which I don't know if that's going up before or after this, but that motherfucker is going to be long. I have a lot to discuss with you guys. Oh, I'm dreading it a little bit. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty corrector in the shade Peach, but must be done. We're currently going through a heat wave right now, and I was gonna like curl my hair and stuff, but like because of the heat wave, my hair has been getting so frizzy. I'm like, do I even bother to do that? Like, because I feel like it's gonna be a lot of work to just nothing, which even though I've already done the majority of the prep work, right? I mean, like the washing, the blow drying, putting the products in. So like, I guess all the base of the work is already done, but still. Next up, I am gonna use the Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation in the shade 5. This is new to me. I've used it one time before this and I thought the coverage was like pretty light to medium, but I was running behind. So I didn't have time to see like how buildable it was. I think that the shade is great. I think if you're a light coverage girly, you will love this. Okay, so sorry to add to the chaos. My boyfriend called me to talk about our dog, and I can share about that, I guess. But so I went in with the Armani, and I do think that it is buildable. Like, I build it up more over around here, and I'm sorry that I could not show you guys that process. But like, usually right in here is personally where I have more, like, so you can still see some of the redness. I have more redness and discoloration, and like they're kind of like my problem area is mostly this side over here. Like, it just is always like, I don't know. And so it's like pretty visible. God, I can't even think. Pretty visible when there is just like one layer of this on, but when I put a little bit more just in that targeted area, it does give me a little bit more coverage and it doesn't disrupt like what I've already laid down. So I do think that it is buildable and I like that about it. Yeah. I definitely think already I like it much more than the Chanel Revitalizing Foundation. That one is like not buildable at all and I have to use so much to get it where I want it. Whereas this, I can still achieve a more medium, I would say medium, 2 full with like 3 pumps. Whereas with the Chanel one, I easily need 5 pumps to get a medium coverage. So yeah, but like I said, it's only my second time trying it. And then for concealer, I also have the Armani Luminous Silk in the shade 5. My friend Kat recommended this because I only have my Natasha Denona one in my shade and I'm starting to see some of the sides. Plus, I just get like, personally, I just get a little bit bored when I only have one product in a category. I love makeup, you guys, so I like to have some like options. So I picked up another one and I don't understand this fucking doe foot. It is the weirdest thing. And that is like the, I don't know, biggest complaint I have about it so far. Cause I'm like, how do I use this? It's gonna best apply like product. I don't know, it's like weird, but I'm trying not to judge it too harshly because I also think that like maybe after I've used it a few times, you know, the doe foot like kind of becomes like, I don't know, more concentrated with the product, I guess is the word I'm looking for, and also with like the top of it and it coming in and out. So I'm trying to be like kind of patient with that, but I wore this yesterday and I felt like the coverage was medium. It's definitely, I don't think it's like a full coverage concealer, which I prefer. So I'm trying it, I'm giving it a shot, but it's definitely something I could see myself not keeping because I'm just not getting my preferred coverage out of the product. For bronzer, I'm going to use something different. I'm going to use the Milk Makeup bronzing stick in the shade Baked. If you've been here, I had this before and I absolutely loved it. However, it went bad in my collection. It expired. So I didn't get to use it a lot or nearly as much as I would have liked due to it expiring. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick up a replacement of it at some point. And right now I have technically 3 cream bronzers, well, 3 bronzers total in my collection. One is a highlight that I use as a bronzer, so we'll say 4. And I've been like using those like very diligently. So I wanted to pick up another bronzer and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this one as a replacement. But this one is actually a mini that came in an offer. This was the one that I bought. And now I'm like, maybe I'll just return this one unused because this mini comes with 3 grams of product and the full size is 5.7. Or no, not grams, ounces. No, grams. 3 grams, 5.7. So this is more than half of this. And this one was free. So I'm like, maybe I will just return the full size since I haven't used it or opened it and just use this one. And then by the time I finish it up, I mean, I'm sure I'll be ready to try something different. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that is what I'm going to do with it. I was like unsure for a couple days because I was like, well, I could just, you know, keep them both. But like, if I decide I want to use the Milk Makeup one more, I can just buy it again. but I know that they can resell that one since it's been unused and unopened. So I think I'm gonna do that as my plan. But yeah, I'll probably be using this quite a bit just because, I don't know, I really like it. I think it looks so pretty. I love the tone. I'm into a very like bronzed situation right now. That being said, I've been getting more back into like the orange terracotta blush situations. And I had gotten the About Face blush in the shade Cowgirl because this, essentially I'm looking for a dupe to Smolder. And this looked like it could be that. My friend Steph was using it and it looked like a dupe on her. But when I used it, it was more orangey on me and like less brown. And I want more of like the brown tone. So I got all the compliments on it. So I'm hanging on to it for right now. But I got a couple of other ones that I want to try and see if the tone is better. And if the tone is better, then I will return that one. So the other blushes that I picked up are this one from It Cosmetics. These are their new Glow with Confidence blushes. And this one, oh, they're called the Sun Blush. And this one is in the shade Sun Warmth. So I'm gonna just swatch it. Oh yes, this looks already much more brown toned. Okay. And then the other one that I got, and I tried to swatch this stuff in store because I just happened to be by a Sephora. So I was trying to swatch the It Cosmetics one, a Nude Sticks one, and a Milk Makeup one. And the only one they had out for sample was the Milk Makeup one. And I'm glad I at least was able to swatch the Milk one because the tone was not what I was looking for. So I was able to eliminate that one, but they didn't have these two. So I bought them and that's what I'm gonna do. So this is the one from Nude Sticks and it is the shade Rusty Rouge. And I feel like looking at them, this one, the It Cosmetics one, definitely is the most brown toned. So I think I'm gonna try that first. Yeah, if you are new here, I love like a really brown toned terracotta. A brand had one that I really liked and I actually used one completely up and like made a dent on another one before it expired. Ooh, I wonder if I just got too much product there. I haven't used this yet, so I'm like, I don't know how it applies. But I really love that kind of tone in the summertime. So I went to reach for one and I was like, I don't have one. So that's what I've been kind of searching for and obsessing over. Ooh, okay. I definitely can tell you right now, I like this tone better than the About Face one. And that applied like super easily. I mean, you saw it. So I'm gonna continue to test out the It Cosmetics one and then the Nude Sticks one. And essentially I was just keeping the About Face one around because like, I was like, well, if for some reason I end up liking the tone of the About Face one the best, then I'll already have it and I didn't wanna like preemptively return it, but I definitely don't think that's gonna be the case after just swatching them right there and applying this one. So the About Face one is definitely gonna be going back. Now I'm going to just set my under eyes really quickly. And my friend with this concealer, she said that she's able to wear it without like setting it and stuff. I'm just someone who I'm gonna set my under eyes. So especially if I'm like doing something that's gonna be like out and about for a while. But I could see myself if I'm just throwing something on really quick to go somewhere, I wouldn't feel as inclined to like need to set it. So it's good to know that like it can also work for that as well. I'm also just taking some of this powder and just like putting it on some areas that like tend to get a little bit oilier for me. I'm sure you already know. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in the shade Cherry. But yeah, so what my boyfriend was calling about is like our dog Thorin. He's like been having diarrhea like a lot lately, and it's been kind of weird because he's been having diarrhea but seems super hungry. He drinks like a ton of water, and like we weren't sure like why, or if he was just like adjusting. And also it's been so hot here, like we're in the middle of a freaking heat wave, so we were like, I don't know, all these things. And then like I went outside earlier today and I was picking up poop because like we live in town and our yard is small and we have 3 dogs, so I'm out there always picking up shit, I feel like. But anyways, I picked up a pile of his poop and there were worms all over it, and I was like, ah! So I immediately texted him and I was like, Thorin needs an appointment ASAP. Like, he's got worms in his booty. He's not okay. Because he's like older. He's like 12. I think he's gonna be 12 this year or 13. I don't know. But I was like, high key freaking out, right? And so anyways, I'm gonna just take what's left of the spot shade on my lower lash line. So I'm like freaking out, pretty high key, and he was like, yeah, this has happened to him before. He said literally last year he had it. The vet said it could be something like in the grass, that because he eats grass sometimes. Because I'm like, how is he getting it? And he's like, well, the vet said it could be like something from the grass. I'm like, wow, that's like super helpful. Nothing we can really do to like prevent that. So love that. I don't know why, but this looks like, well, I guess I don't have anything on my lash line yet. Maybe that's the issue. But I was like, oh my God. So he's like, I'm gonna stop by the vet, because he's like, I called them and I'm gonna stop by like on my way home and get him some like worming medicine. So he's gonna start that tonight, and then we'll make an appointment to follow up. But I was like, oh my God. But that's what he called me about, to just give me that update that he had called them and that was what they recommended, because yeah, I guess he's had this issue before. So I was like, okay, like try not to panic, but also like I said, he is an older dog, and if they get worms really bad, like that can be fatal. So I was like, yep, try not to panic, but also casually sobbing. So I was like, that looks nice. I'm gonna call this an empty actually, because there's just like barely enough stub there to even do anything. So woo! I was using the Huda Beauty Creamy Coal liner. Favorite, purchase it literally all the time. Now I'm gonna do my brows, and I'm just gonna use the NYX Professional Brow, and this is the micro one, which is like nice because it's so tiny. I have the shade, what is it, brunette, I think, yeah, brunette. Then I'm gonna just run some of this Wing Me brow gel through them. I'm still using it. I have several others that I have to like test out, but I don't want to open them until I'm either done with this one or this one stops performing, because I don't know about for you guys, but for me, it's like really hard for me to actually completely empty a brow gel, even with like almost daily use, before it like goes off and gets like all gunky. So I really just try to dedicate using the whole thing until I am like unable to before I do that, because they just go so fast in my opinion. And then for highlighter, I am gonna use a new to me one. This is from Clionadh Cosmetics. It's the, they just say highlighter. I think it was from, a fruit lighter. And I have the shade Bitter, which I've already used it a couple times, as you can see, but super pretty. So I'm gonna just tap some of this on, which it is very like, I don't know, it appears much more intense and intimidating when you first put it on, but like as it melts into your skin with your natural oils, I feel like it like simmers down quite a bit. Or at least that's, you know, what I felt / thought when I wore it last time. I was like, oh, that really sinks into the skin actually like pretty nicely. So it might be intimidating, but like it does sink in really, really beautifully in my opinion. What else? Oh, let's do setting spray. I've been testing out the e.l.f. Power Grip setting spray, and I don't know. Like, I don't think it's bad, but I don't know if it's like the bee's knees. I think my biggest problem with it is like to say the mist is fine is an understatement. It is so fine, like obnoxiously fine, that like it's hard to even tell sometimes if it even came out or if you're spraying it. Like I feel like I just have to be like, so I don't know. Undecided about that, I guess. And then for mascara, I do have a new one. Where's my curler? I'm gonna curl my lashes. And while I curl them, I guess I can chat about it. So, subscriber recommended the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara to me. So I picked up a full size of it, and then literally when I was placing an Ulta order a couple days later, they had a offer with like a free Fenty bag and some free Fenty products if you had like more than $50 in your cart, which I did. And one of the products in the Fenty thing was the Hella Thick Mascara. So I'm really excited because now I'm gonna get to try it in this mini form. And if I like it, I'll obviously keep the other one. But if I don't, then I'll return it. It's unopened, unused. But I was like, that's nice. So I'll be able to try it out really well before I make that decision. Because it is like a $20 mascara. So I was like, well, if it sucks and I don't like the mini, then I'm not keeping the full size. Because that happened to me with the Maybelline one. I bought the Maybelline Sky High, the full size, and it was unopened. And I ended up getting a mini very shortly after. And I tried the mini and I hated it. But I just gave that one away to a family member that had been wanting to try it. But that mascara was also, I think, like $10, and this one's $20. So I'm like, and so far it looks nice. I have also started using a lash serum again, just because, I don't know, I have not been able to find anything that's even remotely similar to the Bite Beauty one. So I'm like, I'm gonna need to just start doing a lash serum, because when your lashes are long and thick, you can make just about any shitty mascara work. So I was like, I'm gonna just do that so that I don't have to hunt the rest of my life for a mascara that I like. All right, going in with a third coat. Definitely, ooh, God, I swear at my old age, I drop so much shit. I've never understood that when people are like, oh, I drop makeup all the time. I dropped it and it broke. And I'm like, oh my God, like, how do you drop that stuff? And I'm just like, now it's me. I drop stuff all the time, multiple times. I'm like, why? But anyways, I think it's thickening. volumizing. We'll see how it holds the curl. But I do feel like this is probably one of the nicest ones I've tried since my Bite Beauty one died. So I do love that about it. For the lip, last time I did something really light and pretty and pinky. So I think I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna use the Tower 28 lip liner in the shade, was it Filmian, I think? Okay. And then I'm gonna just top that a little bit with the Kylie matte lipstick in the shade. It looks like it says 808 Kylie, but I feel like that's not right. But it's so small I can't see. Yeah, I just feel like this shade is so cool toned and pretty. It looks warmer in the monitor, but it's very cool toned here, and that like matches in very pretty with the tone up there. Like that's how I wore it last time, and I really just loved it. But yeah, so that's the look for this evening. I'm gonna get off and like do my hair and my outfit and all of that. But yeah, here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's anything you're curious to hear my thoughts on, let me know in the comments. Or if there's anything that you saw that you love and had a good experience with that I'm just starting to test out, let me know. I'm really interested to hear. But yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.